some hands up, ladies and gentlemen, Derek Sawyer.
Awesome. Thanks everybody for coming out. It's really great to actually have comedy open mics in Harrisburg. When I started doing these 2 years ago, we basically had Ruby's and the Little Grill. And Little Grill was the one that I went to most often. And it was like, the crowds there were super hit or miss. Like, if you have a guitar, you can have behind the guitar, you can play covers. But you get up here after somebody's done a 2-minute a cappella version of Amazing Grace and then talk for like the other 2 minutes about how fulfilling the Big Sister program is. And I'm not saying it's not. But she gets up there and she says that, and it's a really somber feeling, and I pop up and I'm like, I saw this weird like formation on my junk today. It just doesn't go over the way that I hoped it would. Which segues me into this. So, New Year's is coming up. Okay? Anybody got any good New Year's plans? Anything cool? Set in stone, you're just going to get shit-faced and wake up and do nothing for 2 days?
Yep.
Alright, okay, cool. Well, last New Year's I had a hernia repair surgery, which is the least fun way to watch the ball drop. There's a lot of imagery there that's kind of a little close to home for you. Especially under the influence of painkillers, you start to really like dissect it. You're just like, oh, that's exactly what happened to me. It's even shittier when you figure it out in the Waffle House bathroom. That is not anywhere you want to find out bad medical shit for yourself. I mean, you immediately think, fuck, this is the 5th time I've eaten here this week, it's definitely colon cancer. There's no way it's not. I've had hash browns with chili 3 days in a row. This is bad. So yeah, I kind of don't give a fuck about what I eat. That's pretty evidenced by, shit. So anybody here like Twitter? Okay, couple people that have...
Yeah, Twitter!
Thanks, Ian. I appreciate the support. This is nice. We'll discuss it. We'll discuss this in group therapy later. This is good. It's good to have the support network again. But I took to telling a couple jokes on Twitter the other day. One of which is basically the premise here is I ran into my ex-girlfriend the other day, and I'm still picking pieces of her out of the grill of my car. Yeah, it was really messy. She thought I had my shit loose, but I had to take a hose to that. It was awful. So I take this to Twitter, and for some reason, she decides to get super butthurt about this and just start trying to fire back jokes. So she's like, okay, you think that's funny? Here's something funny, you small dick bitch. Not actually a fact, by the way, just for information purposes. But she fires back, her joke is, your chest is so hairy, you could make a wig for a cancer patient out of it. Which is a really weird insult joke. That's like, one, it's not funny, it's just a statement. Two, I take that as a compliment. I'm helping out somebody in need with the power of my chest hair. Finally, an excuse for drinking scotch while watching the news for at least years. News. Ukraine. Anyone still keeping track of that, or have you gone through the whole Ebola? Then. Okay, yeah, you're pretty much right. Yeah. It's Ebola. Okay, that's in a different place. The Ukraine is in kind of Eurasia, and Ebola's Ebola's over there. Yep, that's in the garbage. Yep, that's where the Ebola is. Anyway, where was I going? Oh yeah, fucking Vladimir Putin impression. So, like, they talk to this guy and they're asking him, like, in a very official manner, like, are you guys supporting these rebels in Ukraine? Are you helping to, like, fund this war that's destroying, cities and villages and all these people? And he's like, no, they're on vacation. It's not my problem. But the tanks that they have look exactly like yours. It's like, oh yes, it's not ours. It's from the same dealership, but it's not ours. I just have undercoating, neon on the inside. It's a very different tank. Back the crowd becomes loud again. Whoa, seriously? Seriously, you're gonna be the guy that boos? You wanna be that guy? You wanna be that guy in the Santa hat? Jesus fucking Christ. Well, happy holidays, everyone. Fuck. So you guys like golden corral? You guys like buffets? Okay, golden corral. I like it. I like the food's laid out there. I don't have decision and commit to anything. But I haven't been to any buffet in a long time. Last time I was at the Golden Corral here in Harrisonburg, I saw something that really did turn me off. It was just like, I can't handle that. There was this dude in the line, like I'm going past him, he's loading up a plate with just pieces of fried chicken. Like, just fried chicken. That's it. But, so he's going for a heart attack immediately, and he's being really selective. He's getting the good crispy ones, and I go and sit down. So then he turns my way, and he's coming my direction, and he stops at a chocolate fountain that's positioned in, yes, a chocolate fountain. Yes. This is what happened, and this is Virginia. Weed's not legal. There's not a good excuse for it. He goes to the chocolate fountain, takes each and every piece, dips them in, covers it really nicely, puts them back on the plate. Then before, he can't even wait to get back to a table. He just picks one up and just starts ripping into it. It looked like Rob Ford at a Hookers and Blow buffet. Is what it looked like. It was just it's like a velociraptor took a dab. It was crazy. And I'm just, there's nothing morally wrong with what this guy's doing. That's okay. That's within the social norm, kind of. Like, there's nothing immoral about doing that. But I do have a problem with it. I've got a wishbone to pick with him. And that is that he's doing this in the middle of the day. Like, this is a Saturday, it's the middle of the day. There are kids and families, like normal people living normal lives, not eating desserts and entrees in the same bite. And kids are just like flipping out because they're like, holy fuck, that is a game changer. Mom, why do we not have the Hershey's on the table all night? That would go great with your shitty lasagna. Seriously, it's burnt all the time. Chocolate moistens it up and it's sweet. Two good things. So these kids are getting crazy ideas, and we've got enough diabetes in America anyway. My family's the history of diabetes. I had to choose between candy and alcohol a long time ago, and my choice is pretty clear. Look at this face. What do you think I chose? No, seriously, what do you think? Really? You're hitting this tonight, man. No, I chose alcohol. But anyway, so this guy's doing this, and he's eating fucking chocolate-covered chicken, and the only thing that I could like convince myself of so that I could sleep at night is that this guy was suicidal, like some kind of weird version of suicidal. But rather than, you know, like eating a bunch of pills like a normal person, or like marrying Courtney Love like, you know, Cobain did, rather than doing something like that, he's just going through this weird Bacchanalian, Marlon Brando-esque fucking eat myself to death phase. In which case, yeah, hats off to him, man. If you're gonna go out with some style. Be the guy covered in like 2 layers of shitty food. Alright, thanks guys. That was my time.
Let's hear for Derek Sawyer. All right, yeah. So what do we got to do to get the people in the back to shut the fuck up? For fuck's sake. You want me to bring out a line? I can call up some truckers and just they can pull out their crusty trucker cocks and just shove them right in your mouth. I know that's how your mom got you shut up as a child, so let's try that out again. That's good. Bartenders have just like a pool of cum back there. They can pour in all your shots for you and really close up your throat with all the gonorrhea. That'd be the way to do it, I think. But you could just shut up voluntarily, and that'd be awesome. That'd be really great. Thank you. Bird, yeah. All right. Our next comedian after that fun little angry rant. Next comedian, very funny guy. He hosts the